Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating GitHub project, Ldump, a Lua data serializer. It's got some really cool features, and I'm excited to share them with you.
Yeah, I've been looking at this myself. The ability to serialize any Lua data, including circular references and functions with up values, sounds incredibly powerful. But how does it actually work at a technical level?
Right, so Ldump essentially converts any Lua data structure into a string representation of valid Lua code. This code, when executed using Lua's load function, reconstructs the original data. It's incredibly flexible. It handles everything from simple types like numbers and strings to complex structures like tables with circular references, functions, even with up values, metables, and even coroutines, although those require custom handlers.
That's impressive. So it's not just a simple serialization. It's a full-fledged recursive reconstruction. But you mentioned custom handlers for certain types. Does that mean it can't handle everything out of the box?
Exactly. While it supports most standard Lua types completely, user data and threads require you to define how they should be serialized. This allows for maximum flexibility. But it also means you need to write some extra code for those less common data types. It's a trade-off between ease of use and complete control.
I see. And what about security? Using load directly sounds a bit risky, doesn't it? I mean, you're essentially executing arbitrary code.
You're absolutely right to raise that concern. The developers acknowledge this risk. The current version uses Lua's built-in load function for deserialization, which does open the door to potential security vulnerabilities if the serialized data comes from an untrusted source. However, they've mentioned that a safe_load function is planned for a future release. That's a crucial improvement for production use.
That's good to hear. So what are some of the practical applications of this, beyond the obvious game saves, I mean?
Oh, there are tons. Think about configuration files, persistent data storage for applications, or even transferring complex data structures between different parts of a Lua program. The ability to serialize functions with up values is particularly useful for preserving state across different sessions or even different machines. It's a very versatile tool.
That makes a lot of sense. The examples in the README show how to serialize and deserialize tables with functions and circular references. It's pretty straightforward, actually. The code is well documented, too, which is a huge plus.
Absolutely. The documentation is excellent. It's clear, concise, and provides plenty of examples. The project also has a MIT0 license, which is very permissive, making it easy to integrate into other projects. And with over 70 stars on GitHub, it's clearly gaining traction in the Lua community.
It's definitely a project worth keeping an eye on. The planned safe_load feature will make it even more robust and secure. Thanks for highlighting this really interesting tool.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.